Join us in the Bear Den, a real-life, real-love podcast celebrating the joys and challenges of parenting, family dynamics, and unconditional love.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Bear Den podcast. Today, I have my eldest, beautiful daughter, Miss Lily May, as my guest on the episode to talk about all things parenting, stepdads, and memories. Miss Lily May, what up, boo?
Yeah.
Was that the best intro ever?
Yes.
Yes, I knew it. So I want to jump right in. I asked your sister the same question. What was our first memory? What was your first memory of me?
I think...
Make it a good one. People are listening.
I think it was your wedding with Mama.
Oh, okay. That was your first real memory of me?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Why that memory? Was it because it was so important because you had your tonsils out the same day? So there was a lot going on. Did you not know that?
No.
You literally had your tonsils out like a day and a half before Mama and I got married.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So if you look at our wedding photo in the hallway, like you've got like this look on your face as if to say, I'm in so much pain, but I'm still here and I'm still smiling.
I don't remember.
And I hate all of you.
I just remember Anna lying.
Anna lying? What did she lie about?
So she took a nap, and then I got punished because she was up the whole time.
Do we want to talk about Little White Lies and your sister? Because I could share a story.
No, we're good.
Are we good with that?
We're good.
Should we share that one on the podcast?
Please.
I think it's podcast appropriate.
Please, no.
Okay. All right. My daughter said, please no. Therefore, I say, let's do it.
Please.
No, I won't. Okay. So first memory of me is our wedding. So you were 4. Mm. Okay. Which is pretty cool. I actually remember when I met you for the first time, or amongst the first times when Mama and I were dating, we would go to a park so you and Anna could kind of play around and whatnot. And I remember there was this jungle gym that you used to love climbing. And so you would climb that, but then you could never get down. So you would always like want my help for me to help you get down off the jungle gym. And then as soon as I'd like lift you off and put you on the ground, you just peace off and run over to Mom. I was like, fine, chop liver over here.
I just want you for your height.
Chop liver over here. She just wants me to help her down and then nothing. Thankfully, as you've grown up, you've relied on me more and more, which is beautiful. What are your feelings and thoughts around having 2 dads?
It was a little weird at first, I think. Like, I don't really remember it because I've always kind of, like, I've been
in your life since you were 3.
Yeah.
So it's not like you haven't.
I physically didn't have any memory then.
Okay.
So,
what's it like now? What's it like now having 2 dads?
It's a little weird, but it's really great.
What way is it weird?
It makes it weird because, like whenever I'm, like, talking about, like, you, or, like, I'm going to my dad's house, or, like, because I call you dad and I call him dad. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it gets a little confusing sometimes. And some people don't like it. Like, when I started calling you father, you know, and dad, like...
Who doesn't like calling me father?
Well, Auntie...
I love the term father.
Well...
But only if you go, like, father.
Luke.
Yes.
There, but, yeah, apparently, some people, like, didn't like that we started calling you father. Mm-hmm. So, but...
And that's normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was mostly your dad's side of the family, mm-hmm. which is understandable because they see him as your dad and not me. But as time, you know, progresses, I've been in your guys' life, you know, quite a while, 10 years. And so, you know, after 10 years and all the things we've been through and all the things that I've taught you and the lessons that I've taught you and the snotty noses and the poopy butts that I've wiped, I think I've earned the right to be called Pasha. Pasha, right? No, but I get that. I get that too. And you understand that, right? Why it can be a little difficult. Is it still difficult for you to discern between which dad's which?
Well, I mean, like, when I'm talking to somebody, I always say you're my stepdad because it just makes more sense. Mm-hmm. And then while I'm at my dad's house, you know, I don't really call you dad because then because it just...
You don't want to upset him?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. And I appreciate that about you. You are very in tune with people's feelings and emotions. I think that's one thing that's amazing about you. And you always think about people's feelings and emotions before you speak. So it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all being called stepdad, because I know that's not how you think of me. It's just how you associate, or it's the title that you give me to help you help others knowing who you're talking about, right? Because if like you just say dad, like to the twins, for instance, if you just said dad, they wouldn't know which dad you're talking about. So I get that you separate us between stepdad and dad, and that never bothers me. You know, I will say this, I was very happy and filled with joy and filled with love that the first time that both you and Anna started calling me dad and not Matt Daddy, that was a huge breakthrough for me.
You know, I always hear you saying like, oh, I'm so happy that they started like on the first podcast with Mom, but I don't know the day that like either of us started calling.
No, I can't remember it either. I think it just naturally progressed super slowly, but it wasn't like on a Monday, you're going to start calling me dad from now on, and if you call me anything else, you're grounded. Although that would be really good. I should probably do that. Start grounding you. But no, it was just a natural progression. It just went from Matt to Matt Daddy, and then all of a sudden you just started calling me dad. I think you just got lazy. You're like, oh, dad, whatever, dad.
It's just too hard to say Matt.
It's too hard to say Matt Daddy. I just like, dad, I want mac and cheese. Dad, I want food. I'm like, oh, no, I see how it's working, you know? I'm going to ask you the same set of questions that I asked your sister. What is one of your favorite things that we do together?
I like that we understand each other. I feel like we kind of speak the same language.
We do speak the same language.
And I feel like I get so many things from you.
Like what?
Like my humor. And the fact that, like, I offend people a lot with my jokes. I think they're hilarious, and you would think they're hilarious, and Mom thinks they're hilarious, but nobody else does.
But however, nobody else thinks they're hilarious.
So, yeah.
It's awkward.
It's like...
we have very similar, same sense of humor.
Yeah, and I blame you for whenever I'm being mean to somebody, like, showing that I love them.
I've noticed that, actually. That I'm getting blamed for more and more things. Like, oh, my dad told me to do it that way. Or my dad does it like that.
You know, it's not the child's fault for learning how to speak. It's the parent's fault for speaking to them.
Wow. Okay. There you go, kid. There you go, folks. If anyone else would like to remove that bus that just backed up over me, that would be great. Apparently, it's all my fault. No, we do. You and I have very similar sense of humor. We find hilarity and comedy in some of the things that we probably shouldn't laugh about.
Exactly.
But we do. And I see that in you. And I see that in the relationship that you have with like your friends and your twins as your friends.
My twins. So
Lily has a group of friends. 2 of them are twins. They're called Taylor and Sydney. I call them Taylor and Swift. And but when I watch you and your core group of friends, it is like watching me with my friends, because the way you interact with them and the jokes you make and the comments you make.
I feel like Charlotte or me kind of the same.
Oh, yeah. And then like watching your friends be like, Lily, did you just say that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, she just said that, girlfriend. That's my daughter. Buckle up.
I know. And they're all like, I say jokes all the time at school, and they're like, and I'm like, not my fault.
Yeah. If you lived in our house, you'd find that hilarious.
Yeah.
Right? It's shame on you for not living in our house.
Yeah.
So we love telling jokes. We love sense of humor. What other things do we love to do together?
I feel like we like going shopping together.
We did. We had a great day shopping together. Although you didn't want to go shopping with me. You wanted shoes, and you were like, Dad, can we go get some shoes? I want some tennis shoes. And so we went and got Vans, and we went and got Converse, and we went and got Crocs, because apparently a girl has never got enough Crocs.
I have 1 pair of Crocs.
Mm-hmm. And then what is it you said when I talked about us going clothes shopping?
Yeah, I do need some clothes, but I could just go with Mama.
Yeah, and then what was my response? I was like, why do you want to go with Mama? And you were like, because.
Because.
What did you say?
I don't remember.
Oh, you said, I'd rather go with Mama because she has better taste, doesn't complain about being in the store.
But my reasons are valid.
And doesn't mind going in lots of stores. So what did I say to you?
You're going to be the soccer mom.
I'm going to be the soccer mom of shopping today. Buckle up. So what did we do? We went and got a passion fruit Starbies.
Yeah.
And then we went to every clothes shop at the outlets, and I carried every bag, and you had free reign to go buy whatever you wanted and try it on, and I would buy it.
Yeah.
And wasn't it great?
It was great.
Did I do good?
Except for when you got, I was in the dressing room and you were like, oh, Lily, I found this adorable outfit. And I was like, Dad, that won't fit you.
Listen, if I can't embarrass you when we're going shopping, then I'm not doing my parenting thing right. It's our jobs as parents to embarrass you in public. Just know this.
No,
Your turn will come.
I said, Dad won't like that.
And I was saying random things like, oh, Lily, this is so cute. You should buy this. Look at the summer colors. And
I think you called like something, it was like a t-shirt, like a tank top or something. You were like, oh, look at this cute magenta t-shirt. And I was like, it's red.
Look how fabulous it is. You would love this, Lily Mae.
Clearly don't know me well enough.
No.
I'm very picky.
You're very picky when it comes to clothes.
Yeah.
Half of your wardrobe, young lady, are made up of what? Your clothes. My old t-shirts.
Those are pajamas.
Oh, they're pajamas now, are they? So therefore you should not be wearing them to school.
When have I worn them to school this year?
Okay, whatever. I've seen you leave with the Queen t-shirt on. I've seen you leave with AC/DC t-shirt on.
Okay, but I don't go to school in those.
You do a lot of sleeping then, because you seem to always have those t-shirts on.
Yes, I get 10 hours of sleep each night.
She does. Guys, this girl literally is a beast when trying to wake her up. How many hours of sleep do you get a night?
At least
10. 10? What time do you go to bed?
9.
Okay, and is that through punishment or through choice?
Choice.
Yeah, and what time do you get out of bed?
6:30.
What time's your bus? 7:20?
7:20. No,
7:30. So you have an hour in the morning to get...
Well, I set my alarm for 5:30 and like I'm awake. I just lay in my bed.
You set your alarm for 5:30 and then you lay there.
I can't get up. I just sit there and think about what I'm going to wear for the day. That's why it doesn't take so long.
Okay. What are your ponderings while you're laying in bed? Are you thinking to yourself, is school really worth it?
No.
Why am I getting out of bed today?
Yes.
Because you are very academically advanced.
I like school.
You do like school. You are a phenomenal student. Your math is amazing. You're going to be a math genius. You do love school and you love all your classes, which I love. I just don't
like getting out of bed.
You don't like getting out of bed to go to school. God, if you could just do school online all day, wouldn't you be so happy?
No, I like... In the morning, it's so sad, but once I get there, whenever I'm sick, it just gets so boring lying there.
Mm-hmm. You are a little chipper cat when you get up in the morning and get your Starbies in you and get off to school. You're all good, huh?
Like 5 minutes after wake up and leave my bedroom, that's when it's okay. But once I'm there, it's just it's hell.
It's brutal. It's living hell. What is a favorite moment of ours together? So of all the things we've done, what is that one moment where you're like, oh, I remember that night. I remember that day. I have the moment.
I don't know.
But I want to see if your moment is the same as mine.
What was the question again?
What is our favorite moment together?
Let's see. I like when we're just hanging out together. That's fun. Actually, no. I like going to Do Perfect with you.
Yes, there it is. Boom. That's what I was thinking. Our favorite moment together was Dude Perfect. So when was it, last year?
3 years ago. Because remember, we booked it for 2018. And then no, you're right. I booked it for 2020 and then the world shut down thanks to COVID. So I think we went 2021.
No, it was 2022. It was July 2022.
You sure?
No. Anyways.
I look so different from when I did during Dude Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, we started watching during COVID. Did we start watching it together?
Together, but we've
watched it individually for a long time. Yeah. And then it just so happened this one day that I came downstairs or was doing something in the morning ready to go to work and you were ready to go to school and you were watching Dude Perfect on TV. And I was like, whoa, what are you doing? You were like watching Dude Perfect. I was like, oh my God, I love Dude Perfect too. How do we not know about this? And then every morning we would watch Dude Perfect together.
Kind of grew out of that.
We kind of did grow out of that. And it's a little sad. But in 20, whatever year it was,
One of the 20s.
20s, I took Lily to Dude Perfect, the live event in Phoenix, front row, next to the stage. We got to meet the dudes.
We have signed basketballs.
You have a signed basketball.
Each.
You also got a high five off of every dude as they ran on stage because you were next to the stage as they ran out, which was pretty cool. So that, for me, I think was one of the best evenings because it was something we both loved. We were right next to the stage. You got to meet all the dudes. You got to interact with them.
I think we had the longest chat.
We did. We had the longest chat with them. We were chatting with them for about 3 or 4 minutes.
He knows a guy who knows.
I know a guy who knows a guy who happens to know the dudes, and we kind of now besties with them.
No, you know a guy who knows the dudes.
And now we're like best friends with the Dude Perfect guys.
Yeah.
So like with them.
And then I remember because the guy that you knew texted him with a picture of me, and he was like, yeah.
Yeah, the dude knows who you are, and he's actually the one that went to space. So you are friends with an astronaut.
I know an astronaut, guys.
I'm telling you. Dudes, if you're listening to this podcast, just saying, we remember you. You should remember us. No, that was an amazing evening. It was one of the funnest things we did. And I love the fact that we were like right at the front, right next to the stage, getting the high fives, getting just like seeing everything up close. Like that was a really awesome evening for me. And we got back super late because it didn't finish till like 11. And then we ended up driving home. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We got home, but it was like the best night.
It was like really foggy.
It was super foggy. I remember that. So Dude Perfect, one of our favorite moments together. Love that. What would you say is our one thing? If anybody says, what's the one thing that you and your dad would do? What's our one thing?
You kind of need to explain it a little more.
Okay, so it's a question. What's the one thing that you and I do?
What's the one thing you and I do? I think probably making jokes.
I'm down with that. I think that's definitely something that you and I have that we connect over.
And shopping.
Jokes and shopping. Yep.
I remember last time we were here, we went shopping for your shoes, and I came along, and we went into Lululemon and then Sephora, and I was like, Dad, look at these hair products, and you were like,
yeah, that was a tough shopping day. And in fact, we went and I came home with no shoes. You ended up coming home with what?
A jacket,
a Lululemon jacket, makeup, and more Bath and Body Works smelly shit, and I got nothing. Nothing, guys. Dad went shopping, came home with nothing. Lily comes home with a stash. Yeah, I would definitely say the jokes and the comedy are one thing. What would you say I am as a parent? Would you say I'm a strict parent, easygoing, fun-loving, caring, all of the above?
In the beginning, you, like, for one, like, the least I can remember, like, you would discipline us, but, like, you knew, like, when to stop, because I think you were a little, like, scared, like, almost.
Okay.
But now I think you're pretty fun-loving.
I love that. Yeah, at the beginning it was difficult because I'd never been a parent, right? And so I was trying to like be a parent, find out what type of parent I wanted to be. I was kind of leaning into like my mom and dad, and then thinking, well, you know, they were pretty strict. I don't want to be that strict, but then also you got to get disciplined over some stuff, right? When you do stuff wrong and keep you in line, and then leaning into mama a lot and leaning into like what mama does as a parent and the way she disciplines. And then now I'm just like in my group, and it's easy when you guys get older to like 13 and 11 because you can have more conversations, you understand more things, you know the roles and responsibilities, so it's easier to parent you now. In fact, now it's more fun to parent you.
It's more me parenting you.
Well, that's not entirely true, is
entirely being the keyword.
It's not entirely. Maybe you've parented me once or twice, but
once or twice.
Hey, listen, you've tucked me in a couple of times. You guys have tucked my and mama into bed. But no, I agree with you. And as we're getting older, it's more fun to hang out with you and the one thing I love is actually listening to your point of view, because you are very similar to me. And I've talked about this on other podcasts with Mama as well, that like the nurture versus nature. Like I don't have the nature side of things because I didn't, create you. But I have the nurture side of things where I can teach you the way I think of things and do things and grow you to be like us, right?
Me, if anyone has a problem with me, 100% his fault, go talk to him.
That's so true. But I love the fact that you are always learning. You love documentaries. You love to learn. And that's one thing that I really enjoy sharing with you is like picking a documentary, sitting down, watching it together, and then asking questions and researching it.
There was this one about like not monkeys, but they were like half kind of human, and they were burying their dead. Do you remember that?
Yeah. From like 4,000 plus years ago. And then we watched the documentary about those 13 kids that got trapped in a cave. We watch that. So like that's the one thing that I love doing with you, because I love learning and I love watching documentaries, is watching them with you and then having you ask questions and then discussing it with you. I like the fact that you're so growth minded, and that's super cool for me. And then I also just like hanging out on the couch and watching Friends and dumb movies and dumb TV shows and watching National Treasure.
He doesn't watch chick flicks.
I don't watch chick flicks. What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie.
Would you say it's National Treasure? Would you say it's up there?
It's up there. Top 10.
Top 10? What about Harry Potter? Has that slipped down the list a bit?
I think it's 11.
Wow. Did you start not liking Harry Potter the day that your letter didn't show up from Hogwarts?
I think that definitely didn't help.
Do you know that was one of the toughest things your mum and I have ever had to have a discussion around, is like, what do we do when the kids turn 11 and they don't get a letter? Like, what do we do? Mama's like, we'll fake it. We'll write letters saying they're not taking any more kids this year because they're at capacity. And they were like, Mama was like, hold a minute. But didn't the castle like get destroyed at the end of the last move? I'm like, yeah, we'll just say there's no more Hogwarts.
Okay.
Hogwarts is done.
Okay, then where did his son go?
They rebuilt Hogwarts. I know. I asked the same question. So they rebuilt Hogwarts, but you still didn't get a letter. So, Muggle. Could somebody say Muggle? Muggle. So yeah, your mother and I definitely had a conversation around how do we let the kids know they're not going to Hogwarts. And then thankfully, I think you asked once around your 11th birthday. You were like, So what's up, Lily? You're like, I didn't get a letter from Hogwarts. I'm like, that's probably on its way. And you're like, okay. And then you never ever asked about it again. It's like, thank goodness, done. So I love that. That's so funny. What is one word that you would use to describe me?
Crazy.
What? Okay, your sister said the same damn word. Seriously?
Yeah.
What? Okay, what makes me crazy?
You're British. That's one of the things.
Okay.
British people are crazy.
Okay.
Just one of the things.
Just one of the things. So glad that's just one of them.
Number 2, you have like this weird like vibe about you.
I have a weird vibe. Okay, continue.
Like it makes you like fun, like going, and fun to hang out with. But you could also tell you're crazy, like you're messed up here.
In a good way? Okay, let me ask that again. In a good way? Yeah, okay. We'll just leave that there then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Next question.
Okay, crazy. I'll take crazy.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap this. Let's wrap this thing up and put a bow on it. Poof. Okay, crazy. I will take that. Your sister said exactly the same thing. It's good to know I'm trending on the crazy train.
You're Alabamans.
That's nothing to do with me. I would say the one word that describes you is...
I'm worried.
Is what?
I'm worried.
You should be. I would say is compassionate. You are very, very, very compassionate.
Okay. So here's the thing with me. I feel like I'm very compassionate, but at school, like I'm very rude because that's how I show that I'm compassionate.
We had this conversation.
And then everyone's like, oh my God, like I got compassionate on like a quiz we took for school, for history, and then it said I was compassionate. And I was like, and everyone was like, how did you get compassionate? And I was like, this is how I show how I love you guys. And they're like,
we have had that conversation that sometimes when you give people tough love and mess around and joke on them, like that's us showing love.
you know, if you don't know that by now, you're not really my friend.
Exactly. If you don't know that's the way that we love people, then you don't know us.
Exactly.
So I would say that you are compassionate at your core. I will also say that you are very funny. Very fun. Not too funny. There's still room for improvement. But hey, come on. I'm not going to give you a gold medal here, kiddo, because then you think you've reached the top.
I'll take a silver medal.
You're not even licking a bronze right now, boo. You got to keep working at it. Keep working at it. But that's a good thing because you are funny. You know the line when it comes to funny, and you do show people that you love them by being a little mean, and that's a good thing. If you had to, last question as we wrap up, if you had to give a piece of advice to other children that have step parents, what would it be?
Like, know that they love you. Like, doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter if they discipline you, just know that they love you and know that they're trying their best and they've probably never done this before.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, like, still trying to figure it out because, like, they're as new to it as you. Just be, like, know what they're trying to do and know that they love you.
I love that, Boo. I love that. Do you have any friends at school that have separated parents or divorced parents?
Yes.
You do? Is it easier to talk to them about what, like, the struggles and stuff?
Huh?
Do you talk to them about the struggles?
I don't really think there's any struggles to me. I mean...
Well, not necessarily struggles, but, like, it can be annoying where it's like,
well,
I have to go to dad's this weekend, but I want to stay at mum and dad's, or
my friends,
vice versa.
Like, one of my friends, they have that problem, but, like, they don't love their father as much as me. So,
Gotcha.
You know. And then also, they, like, you've been in my life, I can't remember a time without you. They, like, just entered their life.
God, yes, it's a little different.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing for us is I've been around since you guys were so little that you don't, it's not like I showed up last month. You know what I mean? Like I've been around for
That'd
a
be
while.
a little weird.
I have cleaned some dirty diapers. I've put a shift in. Cleaned dirty diapers. I've fed you. I've bathed you. I've bathed you. Yes.
And to end this discussion...
I am El Father. And then to end this discussion, I'm going to tell you a really funny story about Lily in the bath.
Shut the freakity dickity up.
I would never share that story on my podcast. Not with you on it, at least.
If you ever... I know where you live.
Yes, so do I.
You honestly think I wouldn't hurt you?
I would never tell that story on the podcast. I may wear my t-shirt one day with Lily's awesome face on it on the podcast. So Lily has a comedy. No, I'm not going to. Lily has a funny face, which she pulled once, and there was a picture taken of it. And then your mother decided to put that face on a t-shirt. I love the t-shirt. It's called Lily's Awesome Face.
Hate it.
Lily hates the t-shirt and hates the picture. Will not let me wear it. Will not let me even get it out of the closet. I've shown it to your friends and you hated me for it. So I have decided that I will never wear that t-shirt until your wedding day. And then I will wear it under my suit. And as soon as you've said I do and your husband says I do, I'm going to be like this. Awesome face.
I hope I look a lot different, but you know.
It's a
so
great...
it's going to be I'm going to make sure that, like, there's an invitation saying out, formal event, black tie only. If you don't wear a dress shirt, you're dead.
No, I'm going to wear my t-shirt under my dress shirt. And then I'm going to do like a Superman thing, but I'll pop the buttons off my dress shirt and just have Lily's Awesome Face t-shirt.
You're going to break your dress shirt?
Sure. It'd be worth it just for that shirt. I will post a picture online of the awesome shirt for everybody who's listening so you can see it.
If you do that, you will not live to see tomorrow.
I would not do that to you, my love. You know I wouldn't. All right, Lil, it's been amazing to have you on the podcast. Thank you for letting me be your dad. Thank you for loving me the way you do. Thank you for allowing me to be your parent. Thank you for listening to all of my episodes, because you do. You listen to every podcast on the way to school or the way home from school, and you always have great questions. And I love the fact that you're getting to know more about me and who I am. But I also want to say that I truly think and believe that you are one of the kindest, smartest, most loving, most caring kids I've ever met. You always put people's thoughts and feelings before your own, regardless, and you will oftentimes push down your own feelings to make somebody else feel better, which I love about you. You are considerate, you are caring, you are smart, and I know full well that whatever you do in the future, you are going to change lives and change the world. I really believe that. I think you are so incredibly amazing that you will leave the name Lily May will be known around the world. I truly, truly believe that. You will create something so amazing that changes the face of the earth. Just gonna have to do it after 10 a.m. once you're out of bed. Can't change the world today, guys. Sleep it in. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I have a meeting at 8? I set my alarm for 5. I just haven't got out of bed yet. But hey, don't worry. Let's change the world tomorrow. All right, Lily. I love you, my darling.
I love you too.
And I'm so proud to be your dad. Okay, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Bed End podcast. Please click subscribe and get the updates for our new episodes. And if you feel the need to reach out, you can reach me on Instagram @TheBritBear.